What's up? So we're gonna go through the what day is it? Push day. So this includes chest movements and tricep movements, shoulder movements. So as you see, the bench is like this. I don't know if yours is adjustable, but hopefully it is. So this is considered flat bench, and usually the notches that I just adjusted here are 15 degrees each. So like here, for example, one notch would be 15 right here, 15 degrees, and then 30 degrees. So usually what I do is incline dumbbell bench press, 2 dumbbells, just bench press on this bench. Usually, so right now it's 30 degrees. So the range for incline dumbbell bench press is usually 30 degrees or 45. 45 is a little steep. 30 is pretty good. I usually do 30, but you kind of want to just feel for it. So right now it's 45 or 40. Yeah, 45. So put it down to 30. And basically, wait, let me adjust the camera real fast. Oh, it's actually pretty good. Okay, wait, let me move it back a little bit. Or actually, let me move it forward right here. Okay, so usually, for demonstration purposes, I'm only using 20-pound dumbbells. So, but let's say you have like a heavier weight. So, you never want to lift with your back, like kind of curved. You want to like, kind of like, this is for like any movement of like lifting, basically for like your back or anything, just so you won't injure your back. But you could also like, there's like nitty gritty niche stuff where you can like, strengthen the curve of your back by like, I don't know, just so you won't get injured if you happen to curve your back. Okay, well, that's besides the point. Okay, so basically just straight back, reach out for the dumbbells, then lift up. And then usually what people do is they lay the dumbbell like right on their knees right here. And then what they do, hopefully the weight's not that heavy for you at first, but once you get like heavier weight, you won't be able to just like lift it up like this and stuff, right? So okay, so gotta start with a strong foundation. So basically, so you have the dumbbells on your knees, and then usually you like calf raise up, kind of. You like hit them up like that, kind of, and then you just like do that, go back. Okay. Oh, before we get started, I've got to mention your posture when you're on the bench. Basically, what you want to think of is like you have your shoulders, right? And you like kind of roll them back so they're locked into place. The way I think of like exercising movements is kind of like I'm a machine. And the only part I really want to move is like the part that I'm working out. So for example, like my chest and my arms, because, you know, I'll be holding the dumbbells. But yeah, mostly my chest and my arms are the only parts moving. So like usually, yeah, so it helps you lock your shoulders back. Helps you lock your shoulders when you move them back like this, and like move it up, back and down. And then now we do the leg movement, and then we go back, and now we feel the stretch here at this part right here. And another key thing you want to remember is for each arm. Yeah, for each arm, you don't want to be like this or like that. You kind of want to have like this stacked. It's like a tower, you know. You don't want to be the Leaning Tower of Pisa. You want to be like a very strong tower, like the Trade Center in buildings. And yeah, so now strong foundation here. Make sure it's stacked, basically. And basically, now you feel the stretch at the bottom movement here. And oh, I forgot to mention my feet. So basically, you just want to like drive your feet into the ground, kind of. Like kind of push back like this. And then, okay, there. Now everything's locked into place, and now you're a machine. Now you're just moving these two parts, your arms and your chest. And basically, what you want to do is push up, and then kind of squeeze. I don't know how to. The way that I could explain it is, you want to kind of drive your elbow into your chest, even though like not like literally, but like kind of like pretend your chest extends like up to here, but like, and your elbow drives into it, right? So this is like for most chest exercises is something like this, where you kind of start with your elbows bent, And then when you actually do the chest movement, by the way, for breathing, I would inhale first, and then, for example, like right here, and then push, just like that. But yeah, essentially for any chest movement, you kind of want to just have your, don't be scared to bend your elbows, and then kind of when you push into the movement, kind of straighten your arms. And for dumbbells, you kind of want to, don't have it like this, you kind of want to angle it so you can have more of a stretch at the top. So a perfect dumbbell bench press would be something like this. Shoulders rolled back, everything's good. Stacked joints on my arms. Inhale, and then push, and then squeeze at the top, and then go down slowly. Oh yeah, another thing is for the movement, usually when you're done with the movement, like up here, you can breathe maybe, and then you go back down. You want to go down a little slower than if you were to push it. So it'd be like slow, and then push with explosiveness, and make sure you keep all your body's like static to an extent, where you're not kind of jerking, because you just want to move your arms and use your chest to push these dumbbells up, just like that, just like that. Hey, we're back for the incline bench press. I forgot to mention some safety tips. So let's say you're going to failure, right? Because you're a G. So let's see. So we go up, and we're about to like go down, and we're like, oh shoot, we're like failing so bad, right? So basically, what you want to do is do not. Man, it's kind of hard doing it with dumbbells, but do not go out. Whatever you do not go out. You want to like go in and kind of just like have it drop right here, and then you can like use your lower body to like kind of get up like that. You could do that. That's how you bail out, because you don't want to like strain your shoulder where you accidentally drop it like outside of your personal circle right here. Like that's bad. That you could like injure yourself. So yeah. So, oh, I can't do it. Oh, bail right here. Go up, just like that. And another thing to keep an eye out for is when you're like this, sometimes your arm might like give out and like do that. You also want to be careful of that. Like really just know your limits, you know? You don't want to like push your limits too hard, or you might just injure yourself and be CC'd for like the rest of your life. So you don't want that to happen either. Okay, so next movement is going to be shoulder press. So I don't know if your bench can also do this, where you can adjust this. You can have it. Okay, well, this is a little different, but you can have it go up so you don't slide off, like forward off the bench. So here, I'll do it here. Let's see. Probably one notch is enough. Actually, let's do one more. Okay, so now I won't slide off, and I'll slide into the bench with the weight. So essentially, you don't want your bench to be 90 degrees, like all the way up like this. Some people do it like this, but for me, I like to have a little more angle, or less of an angle, I guess, because this is 90 degrees. So we go down to, I don't know, like a couple notches down. This is good for me right here. So basically what you do the same. Hang on, let me see the camera. You do the same exact thing for the setup. So straight back, bend down where your hips are, grab the dumbbells, lift up with their back straight. Still here, but now the angle's way more steep. So I mentioned the angles for the dumbbell bench press. So the more steep the angle is, the more that your shoulders are going to be involved. So as you can see, this is low-key the same movement, except it's for your shoulders, because as you see, the bench is like super angled, like almost 90 degrees. So basically, here, same kind of movement. Kind of just kick it up, bam, we're here. Stacked joints, same thing. We want the trade center buildings. And then right here, here, how do I explain this? Basically, when you push up, it's kind of the same thing. Oh yeah, I forgot. Shoulders back, same thing, same thing. Same exact thing, just different body part it's working. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. And then for the shoulder press, what I would do in my like what I do to picture myself is, man, my words are not hitting right now. Okay. Usually you want to kind of like don't go all the way down for your resting position. Or well, your starting position, yeah, this is fine. But usually what I like to do is when I go up like this, it's working my shoulders like right here, right? This shoulder right here, this part right here. And then I kind of want to just like go up and then go down to this angle. I don't want to go down like this. I want to be like right here for all my reps until my last rep, obviously. Okay, here's a demonstration right here. Just like up, go down, not all the way. See, you really feel it in your shoulders if you do it like this. Just like that. Stacked joints. Kind of this like 90-degree angle. Oh man, I'm getting tired. Oh god. 90-degree angle. And then you just push up. Boom. 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 Okay, for this next movement, it is the lateral raises. So, unfortunately, I'm wearing long sleeves right now, so it's harder to demonstrate it, I guess. I don't know. But I will try my best. So basically, I should move this bench, but there's multiple ways you can perform this movement. You could do it standing, you could do it sitting. Sitting is a little harder, and yeah, I feel like it isolates your shoulders a little more, like your lats, your lateral raise. Here, let's adjust the bench, kind of back to what we had for shoulder press. So let's have it like this. I think this is fine. And basically what you could do is, you could do this standing up to an extent, like this, kind of like this. So right now I have my feet on the bench itself, so I won't be, I don't know how good your benches are, but like usually for my bench, if I were to like really leg drive, kind of like push into the ground, I'll move back. So usually I just have my feet on the actual bench, so when I actually push on it, it doesn't move back. That's a little tip if your bench is like super wheelie and it pushes back if you use the leg drive. But okay, so essentially what I do is like I kind of puff my chest out kind of like this. This is for standing as well. You kind of want to just puff your chest out and then just, okay, wait, this is a little too heavy. 20. Okay, I'll try. But there's like also no space here right now. But basically what you want to do is kind of just have it on your sides, puff your chest out, and then kind of just go like this, kind of like this type of angle. And another way to think of it is like you kind of want to, when you go up, your pinky, it should be angled like this. Your pinky should be like higher than the rest of your arm. So here, let's try with the dumbbells now. So right here, and then you do that. Okay, I'll be honest, like 20 is probably like the max range for me. 20 to 25 for lateral raises, especially on the bench. Because standing, it might be a little easier because you're kind of using momentum. Like it's just something you can't control to an extent because, yeah, I don't know, it's just harder. So we have this. It also works standing up. Here, let's try it standing up. Oh! Okay. Wait, hang on. Sorry. Okay, this should be good. Okay. Kind of lift it. Chest out. I kind of push my butt out as well. Just a little bit. Not really. And then, oh, you kind of just feel it. And I don't know if your condo has it or whatever gym you're at has it, but we could also do, it's the same movement, dumbbells or cables. Cables, though, are pretty good. I'll show you right now. Okay. Okay, so I set up the cables. Hang on, let me just adjust the tripod a little more. Okay, I adjusted the cables. So we have 2 cables here. I don't know if you have cables at your gym or wherever you're working out, but essentially we want to cross our arms. Pick this one up, and for reference of like what weight you use, you will usually use lower weight for cables, because basically the why you would want to use cables is the tension throughout the whole range of motion is constant. There's constant tension through here, through this movement, which is a little harder. Okay, but basically why there's no tension on the dumbbells is you kind of have like gravity is doing the work for you when you have it in your hands right here. And usually you feel the movement for dumbbell lateral raise at the top. The top is probably the hardest. So that's why you want to slow down when you come back down as well, if you did dumbbell lateral raise. But here, it's like you're pulling the whole time, like you have to pull. Like you feel the tension throughout the whole movement. So yeah, essentially the same thing, except you're crossing, and then you're like this. You're like that. You have your pinkies pointing upward and your whole hand just like this, and then you're kind of chest out, and then you're just doing the shoulder lateral raise. Oh my god. Okay, is grab the dumbbell and hold it where you feel comfortable, probably right here, right? Because I'll flip it over my head behind me. Here, let me do that right here for you. Basically right here, boom, boom. This is 20 pounds. This is probably a little too much for me, because basically this should be a little harder because you're going against gravity. Okay, wait, hang on. Honestly, wait, hang on. Let me fix the bench. Above your head, so you're going against gravity, so the weight as well as gravity is against you. And basically, same thing. You want to like kind of, what I think about is I have my elbows like kind of like hovered like right above my head. I don't know, it depends on how long your arms are, to be honest. But basically, you hinge up as well. You kind of keep the static. You keep your elbows static to an extent. It's kind of harder on this movement because you're kind of like explosive when you're going up. So you might like move your elbow just a little bit. But right here at the bottom, it's like a lot of work. And then if you can't do that, another thing you can do is bench. You could grab the bench and you could do body weight dips. So we do flat bench right here. Boom. Now I like to hold my palms right here, right on the side of the bench. There's no space here, so it's gonna look awkward. Let's pretend I have like straight legs. Pretend my legs are just straight, and then I'll be like this. Boom. Go down. Boom. See, the elbows are in place. Bam. That's it. That's tricep dip right there. It's pretty good. Especially if you're really tired already and you just want to like just spam these. Okay, so I heard you had a lat pull down. So let's see. If your gym's if your gym's empty and like very low traffic, what you could do is you take off the attachment over your lat pull down like that. And this is for triceps, by the way. So for example, you would do something like, I don't know, I'll do 20 pounds for demonstration purposes. And then basically what you could do is you hold the ball right here, and then you I like bracing myself like this by putting my arm right here. It also gives me a visual of like where I want my elbow, because remember what I said for the dumbbell bench press, you want to be like a machine. So basically you want to be static right here. You want your elbow right here hugging you. And then what you want to do is do the tricep movement, because your triceps are right here. And basically you're just pushing down. You're pushing down. So you'll see the you'll feel it right in the tricep if you keep your elbows static right here and kind of just hinge down when you're pushing down, and you'll feel it in the tricep. That's where the tricep is working, trying to push down this weight. Kind of like that. But if your lat pull down can't be removed like this, we could also do something like, here, let me grab this attachment. Or, I'm assuming your gym has this attachment for the lat pull down. We could use this as well. We could do close grip or shoulder width grip right here. And then we can essentially just do the same thing, but with two hands. Hang on, let me see that camera angle. Yeah, so essentially you do two hands, and then same thing. You want your elbows hugging you, and you kind of just push down. You kind of want to like move your booty back so you have enough space in the front. Because here, look, if I were to do it here, like it'll hit my front, and I can't do it. But if I'm like this, it'll have space, free space of movement, just like that. Just boom, 2, 3, and that's the push day. Okay, so for back day, you could either do pull-ups or lat pull downs. It's the same movement. One just is free weights, the other one is body weight. So, for example, I'm a little too far here. I don't know how to sit down here. I'll press. I'll do something like this. Okay, now I take off my shirt. Basically, what you want to do is kind of just like same thing. We love rolling our shoulders back for these movements. So essentially, what you want to do is roll your shoulders back and then kind of do shoulder width apart right here, and then just kind of just pull it down. Pull it down. I would say at least below your chin, but usually I like to go like towards my chest, and then kind of just, okay, the angle's a little weird here, but I'm pretty sure you'd be closer than where I am right now. You'd be closer to the cable, so just like push down or pull down. It's a pull movement, and then kind of just let it go like that, and then you feel it. You should feel it in the back in your lats. And what we like to do is we like to feel this little stretch right here at the top. That's why we're like anchored down. Hopefully you're anchored down on the machine with the little pad. And then yeah, we just rep these out towards our chest. And whatever you do not go back like that. You want to like, because if we go back like this, it'll just be like a row movement instead of a lat movement. So for this next movement, I don't think you have a row machine or like any row machine of the sorts. And so basically what I usually did was I have my bench right here, kind of like, what is this? I would say this is like 60 degrees maybe. And basically I kind of just rest my chest up here, have my dumbbells ready. You might be able to grab one off the rip, kind of just rest your chest on the bench, grab your other dumbbell, and then, so for this for this row movement, is for your back. Basically, the row movement changes what is worked out based off your elbow drive. Like, where are you driving your elbow back? So, like, here, it's, like, different from here, and then, like, here. I mean, no one does these, but that's the concept. And basically, what you want to do is drive your elbow back towards your hip for both dumbbells. So now it's like a row. Think of like a rowboat. You're like rowing, kind of, to an extent. The angle's a little weird, but yeah, that's the concept. Is you feel it in the back, you like squeeze, you drive it back, you feel the squeeze on your back, then you go back down, but do it back. You keep doing it. It's a little harder to breathe on this setup because your chest is compressed due to the weight right here. And then, yeah, you just do it. That's a row movement you can do. Also, same concept is have your pinky angled upwards, like comparative to your other fingers. So go up, kind of feel the squeeze. It's pretty good. Have your chest out like this. Feel the squeeze. And then you go down slowly, and you feel the squeeze. Feel the squeeze. Go down, squeeze, go down. You could do this, I don't do it, I do it unilaterally. I don't do it bilaterally, where bilaterally is basically where you're doing both at the same time, because it kind of takes a lot out of you, you know? Sure, that's like your goal, but if you really want to like give it your all per arm, you usually want to do it unilaterally, because you can definitely push more weight and do more reps. Because this right here also gives, you have to like stabilize your body a lot more as well. So yeah, perfect movement right here. And then if you want to do more bicep movements, you could also hold it like this to the top, and then kind of just, what I like to do, I feel the stretch more, is these are called hammer curls. So basically you just do that. Do the same thing just across your body. And it works a different type of, you know, it's called a bicep. There's two seps, I guess. And it works the other one. And it works the long head, I think. Oh. Okay, so next is leg day. So basically, this is where the back, keeping your back straight when you pick up stuff is important. So based off what you said, you have a leg extension and a leg curl. You should probably figure out how to like switch between the two, because those two movements are what I do as well. I do those two movements, calf raises and then RDLs. So you do squats. You could replace it with RDLs, but I'll show you both. So squats are pretty easy. You kind of just, you just go down, right? But like keep your back straight, and then you go down. Go down. Or, well, this might be too low. It depends on like how low you want to go, or like how comfortable you are going this low. But basically, you kind of want to keep your back straight as well. Shoulder width apart, your feet. You go down, and then you go up. You should really feel the strain or the soreness right here, like on your thighs. Basically, like what's getting worked out right now. And if your lower back's hurting, maybe lower the weight first, and maybe it'll train your lower back to kind of get used to it. But it should not hurt your lower back at all, because you have your butt out and you have your back straight, and then you go back and then go back. So now where squats differ for RDLs, RDL is, hang on. RDL stands for Romanian deadlift. So basically, same thing. Straight back, booty out. Drive your booty out. Then you go down. These are different movements, by the way. So these do not substitute each other. So you go down, then you drive up with a straight back, and then you go down, then you drive up. So basically what that movement does is kind of works, it stretches your hamstrings, like the back of your thigh basically, and it feels good. It feels good. Next is the calf raises. Calf raises are pretty easy. You kind of just spam them. But yeah, pick the weight you want, go up, then you go down. If you had a calf raise machine, there'd be a little more mechanics to it. But if you're just on like solid ground like this, there's nothing to really explain except do a weight you can and calf raise up. This will help you climb stairs, I guess. Be careful with these though. If you go too hard on your first couple times working out, it'll feel like you can't even stand while peeing. Like you're gonna have to be like in permanent calf